addition to loving oysters, also enjoy wine or love wine. Good, my kind of people. So we selected some wines today that we feel are great complements to any oysters that you have up here. And really the whole theme and idea behind an oyster wine is something that's going to be light enough in flavor to really allow the oyster to shine and the subtleties of the oyster to really come out. So you see a theme across the wines that we've selected, and it's my opinion that obviously the right wine for you is the wine that you enjoy the most. So if you want a Cabernet with your oyster, that's fine, it's your world. If you want to have something that might, complement the oyster and liven the flavor, I feel like all of these are going to be a great complement. So what these wines all have in common, and I'll go through them and kind of go into further detail about what they are. What they all have in common is that they're light to medium in body. They're fairly high in acidity, which means when you have these wines on your palate, they make your mouth start to water. How many of you like a little squeeze of lemon on your oyster? That's what the wine will function as if you're just having it with the oysters. That acidity in the wine is going to be like that squeeze of lemon on your oyster. They all have citrusy flavors, and they're all, as I said, fairly light, so they're not going to overpower the oyster and the subtlety. So I'll go through them one by one. Kevin had mentioned before the idea that, oysters and wine have this similarity in that they express the place that they come from. So I have two French wines. They're both from the Loire Valley. The Loire Valley, they eat oysters there. And it's the longest river in France. There's an area called Muscadet, which is right on where the Loire River empties into the Atlantic Ocean. And Muscadet is a really light, crisp, refreshing style of wine. How many people here like Pinot Grigio? Something really easy to drink, frothing style. This would be kind of a similar grape or wine style, rather, to Pinot Grigio. Muscadet is made in a unique way. It's actually aged on its yeast. After the yeast turns all the sugar and the grape juice into alcohol, they allow it to stay in the wine, and it contributes almost like a bread dough aroma, or you can kind of smell like baking bread or sourdough. And it also contributes a beautiful saltiness to the wine. So if you think about oysters, you think, salty flavors, you've got citrusy flavors. This is an absolutely amazing wine with oysters. It's actually Legal Seafood. We're the largest seller of Muscadet in the entire country because it's such a great pairing with oysters. So again, really light, really crisp. It's got a slight kind of crispy quality to it when you try it because of the fact that it's aged on these leaf cells. They're called leaves. So you put it on your palate, it's instantly refreshing. It makes your mouth start to water. You get subtle citrus flavors. You also get this like seawater tang to it. So it's an awesome, awesome accoutrement with an oyster. How many of you got a glass of this at the bar and are drinking it right now? So you know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, good. The second wine that we have from the Loire Valley is from a village that's more inland. It's called Sancerre. How many of you have ever heard of Sancerre before?